Okay, my name is Kenneth Elliott. I'm 51 years old. I was a member of the United States Navy. I heard about the Welcome Home Group when I went to an appointment at the VA medical clinic in Broward, and I met up with a member of Mission United who asked my permission to give the Welcome Home Group my name to help me with resumes and other items, and I readily agreed. Several things that I was very impressed with, and the biggest one was the speed at which things happened with the Welcome Home Group, because with other organizations I would reach out to them or send them an email, send them a resume or other stuff, and it would just take so long to get back. When I contacted the Welcome Home Group, I heard from them the very next day. When I sent them my resume, I got feedback on it that day. Areas I needed to work on. When I worked on those areas, I got feedback on them that day or the very next day as it was available. I couldn't believe how quick things worked, and the more I put into it, the more I got back. It just felt like somebody was finally helping move me in the right direction. There were several other areas and organizations. I was given handouts from the clinic. I have a case manager there who is my social worker, who was helping me find a job and housing because I ended up homeless. And there was a list of organizations and groups that I elicited help from. And I really can't tell you that a lot of assistance was provided. I was given a lot of names. I was given a lot of people to get in touch with. I did my part. I answered all of the questions. I sent out my resume to the right organizations, and either I did not hear back from them or the contact that was made with me was not as beneficial. I did not find employment, and I did not find help with a place to stay. You know, originally when I was told about the Welcome Home Group and that they would help me with what they called an interactive resume, I thought that was it, that was the help that I was going to get, with developing and bringing out all of my achievements through the military and through my jobs that I've held in the past. I thought that was it. The resume was going to be what they did for me. It turned out to be so much more. Anything that I needed, if I needed any type of guidance or directions in other areas, if I needed a ride somewhere, if I needed to contact somebody, you know, about a security clearance or about other help with a job doing security, or if I wanted to look for another job while I was looking for a career, that was made available to me. When I found out that there was a job through Pride Staff, which is a temporary staffing agency, they put me in touch with them immediately. I was able to start the next day working that small job to get me going, to get me motivated, get me back working, get some money in my pocket while they helped me find a career. And I was just amazed by all of the help that was provided when all I thought that was going to come my way was help with my resume. Okay, going in, I really didn't know what to expect because other organizations have disappointed me. So I wasn't too apt to get my hopes up about them, the Welcome Home Group, having any solutions for my problems, because the other organizations that I'd been to weren't very proficient in answering my questions and providing the help. Everyone that I worked with the staff at the Welcome Home Group, the speed at which things happened and the amount of help that was provided, it was unbelievable compared to what I had asked and helped and received from the other organizations. Everyone that I met with was professional, knowledgeable. I pride myself in knowing a lot and having a lot of education and the ability to get a lot of things done. And I was still making mistakes and stumbling along the way. And the help that was given me was the guidance. I needed that guidance. I didn't realize all of the hang-ups and hooks that I'd left with open-ended details on my resume that would stand out to recruiters who would see them as red flags. They caught all of those and turned my resume around from being maybe 25% efficient to the best resume I've ever seen. How companies would take that and look at it compared to what I had, amazing. Like I said, I got the job, the first job I applied for. I can't thank them enough. I like the fact that the Welcome Home Group actually held me responsible. When they gave me tasks to do, I did them immediately because that's the type of person I am. I received a lot of that training in the military. They give you something to do, you have a task, and you do it because that's your job. And that's the way the Welcome Home Group was with me. They gave me something to do, I completed it to the best of my ability immediately. If there was something wrong with it or I didn't do it correctly, they provided that feedback and I immediately corrected it. You get out of this more than what you put into it, but you've got to do the work. They're there to help you and provide you with all the resources, but you've got to be motivated. And I had that motivation. And because of that, with their help, I was able to find success. Wouldn't have happened without them. And like I said, with the other organizations, I just kept being met with disappointment after disappointment, being told that I would be helped in one area, watching that fall by the wayside. Getting back in touch with me did not happen. Certainly didn't happen fast enough. When you're homeless and you're jobless and you have no income, the only thing you have is time, and you can put out a feeler, a resume, apply for job after job, and you don't hear back. And that's disappointing. With the Welcome Home Group, as soon as I got the information, I worked on it, they managed it, they got back in touch with me right away and put me in a position. Not only did I feel like a priority, I felt like I was the only person they were working with because so much time was given to me. I don't know how to start this out by saying the Welcome Home Group had helped me out so much already that I felt like I was, to ask them for more, that I was burdening them because there was other things that I needed that I was not getting from other organizations. I didn't have money for new clothes, new steel-toe boots, that kind of thing. I didn't have money for transportation. They provided me with clothes, somehow got donated to them. The right size steel-toed shoes got donated. I was able to start work immediately. And not only that, if I needed a ride somewhere, I had to meet with a prospective job interviewer one evening, and I was all the way in another part of town, and I was not going to be able to make it because the bus couldn't get me there on time, public transportation. And I called the Welcome Home Group and said, hey, they've called me. I think I'm going to have to cancel this appointment because the bus can't get me there on time. And they said, absolutely not. I will pick you up. You tell me where you need to be. I will bring you a dress shirt if you need that. I will get you to that appointment. Do not cancel that. You call them back and you tell them you will be there. And I was. I mean, on top of that, I always feel no matter what I need, if I do have a need that can't be met or I have a problem that I'm up against, if I call the Welcome Home Group, it's going to get done. And that's it's unlike any help I've received before. It's just an incredible experience. I want to share this with everybody, and I'm not just saying this to fluff things up, or try to make new friends. Every veteran that I come across, and I work with them a lot. I go to the clinic. I have regular appointments through the VA, and I ask everybody, have you heard of the Welcome Home group? Because this group is dynamic. It's the best decision you'll ever make to give these guys a call. I can't tell enough veterans about the Welcome Home group. And everybody says, well, I'm working with this organization, or I'm working with this organization. That's great. Wonderful that you're working with those people. Do yourself a big favor. Give these guys a call too. And just sit back and watch what happens. Give it a shot. I can't recommend enough veterans. And I've asked for business cards to the Welcome Home group so that every time I run into a veteran, I can hand them this business card and say, these guys work. And it's like, well, so they're going to get you a job? They're going to put you in a position to get you a job. Okay, they're going to help you with your resume. They're going to pull out all the positives in you. They're going to, give you help interviewing if you need it. The resumes are going to be critiqued 100%, and you are going to walk into that interview with the confidence that you need because of the help that they provide. So I can't give them the Welcome Home group enough or recommend enough veterans. I wait for the opportunity to meet a veteran that is looking for a job or a better job, and I smile as I hand over the business card. Happy to do so. If you need anything at all, do not hesitate to ask for their help. It doesn't matter what it is. Because if they can't do it for you, odds are they will find somebody that can and will bring them to you. So stick your hand out, handshake, meet these guys, and when you experience what I've had, you'll want to do the same for other vets. So I wish there was more I could give back to them. And I'm so impressed and so thankful for what they have done for me. I am going to volunteer my time, my efforts, anything that I can to help this group that did so much for me now that I have a job. I'm going to be, once I start being successful and I got a few paychecks in the bank, I'm going to be volunteering my free time to do the help, anything that I can to help them if they need it. That's how impressed I am with what they've done for me, and that's how I'm going to show my gratitude. I'm going to give back.